Hi Internet, this is a new one for now. I want to start a little series. This is not going to be for everyone. Ride with me, the Apache Trail in Arizona. This is basically an uncut, full-length ride that I've trimmed together from camera angles and stops. For those of you looking for a high-energy, quick hit, lots of me talking, this is not the video. If, however, you're interested in seeing the ride from a first-person perspective, this is mostly from my helmet camera, GoPro, shot in 4K, and it's delivered to you very natural and minimally edited. So if you're planning a trip or thinking, what is the scenery? Is this worth it? Feel free to take a look and see if this is a trail that captures your interest. I've ridden it 3 times now, and I certainly plan to ride it again when my paths cross Apache Junction in the northern Phoenix area in Arizona. It is a beautiful trail heading from Apache Junction out to Lake Roosevelt and back around. I hope you enjoy it, and look for more rides coming soon. All right, into the void. Full spice. That's a good shot of what we're doing. It's always hard to see the actual percentage grade, but it is severe. And yeah, a little reminiscent of Baja. No shoulder to speak of, and a 1-lane road. So it is what we like to call no mistakes day. No mistakes ride, no mistakes. Or as Mike and I would say, no splashdowns, no dust clouds, no whoopsies. I have no problem going slow. Of course, going downhill, always harder, more dangerous than going uphill. So now's the time to relax and enjoy the amazing scenery. It is gorgeous. For reference, we're going down around between 8 and 12 miles an hour. That's pretty loaded with gear and drinks and stuff for the day, so That's and doing a lot of road driving, so I haven't lowered my pressure. So that's about all I feel comfortable with. No rush, no rush, just enjoying the gorgeous view. Look at this. It is hard to tell you just how steep and downright spectacular a single lane primitive road down into a canyon is. It is an experience. It is an experience. I am attempting to go all the way from Apache Junction up to Roosevelt Lake and back on this road, which will take me somewhere around 120 miles of riding. And I chose today because it is only supposed to get to 78 degrees. Look at that view. That's where we're coming down into. Ride the valley all the way down to the other side and then up and out. And we'll pass 3 more lakes on the way up to Roosevelt Lake and Dam. All right. Come on, look at that view. Got a couple clips of this 2 days ago, but I didn't have this right mount, so today you get the helmet mount, and that gives you a what I can only describe as first-person view of this exhilarating ride. Which, to be fair, many cars do. This is not actually a bad road at all. It is a very smooth, graded road. It is simply, as you can tell, probably tell, very narrow and quite steep. But thankfully, here in the US, there are guardrails for the really spicy chunks. So, really fun drive. Go slow, enjoy the views, pick a beautiful day. Look at that. Look at that view. Come on. That is just stunning. All right, let's cruise a little bit down here. To the fun stuff. Going a lot slower than I could, having ridden this only 2 days ago. But what you can't fully understand is just how narrow this road is and how tight these turns are. And I have no visibility if there's a little car coming up or down as I make these sharp corners. So no reason to fly around the corners I can't see. Once I can see, we can pick up speed a little. the Jeepsters, who of all places decided to park right in the middle of the road. Good times, good times. Gotta love it. The best part of this trail, you probably can't hear me, is a Honda Sonata can drive this. So two Jeeps stacked up posing for a photo. I personally find that hilarious. This is not a challenging road at any stretch of the imagination. All right. So here's one of the many little bridge crossings. You can see some animal tracks down there. Not sure what they are, probably coyote. The motorcycle truly excels on a narrow single lane road. You would be hard pressed to go even 15 miles an hour on these blind sharp corners where if you've ever been down, you know very quickly there's going to be a lot of traffic. And yeah, the motorcycle just lets me go quicker and be safer as I take up so much less of the roadway. So parallel to me are some really cool looking Forest Service off-road trails, but I stand behind, when I ride solo, I do try to minimize some of the risks out here in the wilderness. Despite this being a busy weekend and a trafficked area, you just never know who's going to be down these off-road paths, and they get squirrely real quick. So we stay on the main road. That's what we got to deal with. Every camper's in my lane. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! This is a little reminiscent of some Baja twisties, but the road condition is exceptional. So we're coming back into Apache Lake, I do believe, unless this is Canyon Lake. I can't keep them straight. Oh yeah! nice. They've replowed the road and widened it and graded it. Very nice. Very, very nice. Wow. This is a super highway for sure. This is the way most vehicles come of note, and where all the campers and big rig comes through. Hence the nice wide road. Wow. Wild times. Uncharted territory. A beautiful day. Nice work. This is really nice work. I tell you, of all the mountain roads I've ridden, and I've ridden a couple, this is by far the nicest, smoothest road I've ever been on. Anywhere. This is so fresh. It is almost perfectly flat. The pave. So they are paving it all the way in. That is why it's so nice. Wow. That's an investment, and I love it. I love it. reminiscent of a lot of off-country roads. I know the GoPro won't do a good job at capturing the ascent and descent angles, but these grades are quite steep, quite severe. Being paved is just a luxury I am unused to, and I don't hate it. See just how windy this road is, and yeah, it's spicy. It is spicy and beautiful. Look at this, creeping down into the valley. Another little bridge, and off we go. Back up. Good shot. There's a nice shot as we climb back up out of the valley. Came all the way down from there and back up again. We do that 2 more times. Oh, now here's a fun one. There we go. There's the shot. There's the shot. is gorgeous. What a day. There we go. There's another shot. We'll come down into that valley and across and keep going up and over the other side of the mountain range. All right. Helicopter. Look at that. Wow. It's got to be tours. Wow. Bananas. Just bananas. Yeah, this is a wild, wild trip to take your... you can see, I don't know if you can see how close these trailers and trucks are coming to me, but though this is technically a two-lane road, I can't fault them tremendously much for consistently coming around the corner in my lane. It is not for the faint of heart, this drive. It is not for the faint of heart. Let them know I'm there. You can only dodge so fast when they're fully in my lane. Slow and steady, baby. This is gorgeous. Look at this shit. Holy cow. I knew it would be nice, but damn. And lean. Wow. This is a wild ride. Just wild. freaking gorgeous. So you may or may not notice, I will likely have little to no drone footage. Unclear of exactly the flight allowance here. As you can tell, that helicopter came in well under the mountains into the valley and almost came down probably about 100 feet over my head. So certainly, without looking it up, uncomfortable flying in such a active airspace. And as you can tell, this is Thursday of Easter weekend, so traffic is actually tremendously busy. Not only because this is under construction. Just an incredible views. Oh boy, we're in some spicy now. Bass boat out for some fishing. I am going exceptionally slow for me. Well, I'm still going 19 miles an hour. It always feels a lot slower, but just knowing the traffic today, caution is the key. that's a big boy. Whew. All right, here we are. Checking in. Look at that. That's the Roosevelt Dam here in the northern part of Tonto National Forest still. Beautiful day. We're at the top of the Roosevelt Dam. Here behind me you can see, if you just peek, there it is. We'll be somewhere shy of 2 days ago. We'll probably be around 160 miles today. And I opted today as the big day because of course the weather is perfect. So that is the day to do miles. So get out. If you haven't explored Tonto National Forest, get out and do it. It's beautiful. And drive slow, be safe, have fun.